Exercise 4J, question number 11. Fatima and Gayana are sometimes late for school. The events A and B are defined as follows. A is the event that Fatima is late for school. B is the event that Gayana is late for school. Probability of A is 0.3, probability of B is 0.7, and probability of A complement intersection B complement is 0.1. So let's start by drawing a Venn diagram to represent this information. We have sets A and B. So here is my set A, which is the probability of Fatima being late to school, and B, which is the probability of Gayana being late to school. Probability of A complement intersection B complement is 0.1, which means probability outside both the sets is 0.1. In part A, we need to find the probability that both Fatima and Gayana are late to school, which means we need to find the probability of A intersection B. Now we know that probability of A is 0.3, so the probability of only A part will be 0.3 minus x. So this is 0.3 minus x. Also we know that probability of B is 0.7. Therefore, the probability of only B will be 0.7 minus x. So this is 0.7 minus x. Since it is given that probability outside both the sets is 0.1, therefore we can conclude that probability of A union B will be 0.9, which is 1 minus 0.1, that equals 0.9. So we can use this fact to find the probability of A intersection B. So we have 0.3 minus x plus 0.7 minus x, and that equals 0.9. We can cancel out minus x and plus x. 0.3 plus 0.7 is 1. 1 minus x is 0.9. Therefore, x is equal to 0.9 minus 1, that is 0.1. So we have found the probability of A intersection B. So let's write the exact values now. A intersection B is 0.1. Therefore, probability of only A will be 0.2. and probability of only B will be 0.6. Now moving on to part B, find the probability that Fatima is late to school given that Gayana is late to school. So for question B, we need to find the probability that Fatima is late to school given that Gayana is late to school. So when we say given that Gayana is late to school, we have to only look at the probability from Gayana is late to school. So this is our total domain. From here, probability of Fatima being late is 0.1 over the total probability, which is 0.7. So answer for Fatima being late to school given that Gayana is late is 0.1 divided by 0.7, which is 1 by 7. And that answers for part B. Now for part C, the question is saying their teacher suspects that Fatima and Gayana being late for school is linked in some way. Comment on his suspicion showing your working. Now the teacher is having a suspicion that Fatima and Gayana are late to school, and there is some kind of link between both of them being late at the same time. So we need to comment on this suspicion. To verify whether or not both of them being late at the same time is linked, we need to find whether the probability of A, which is Fatima being late, and probability of B are independent events. Now when events are independent, they are likely to happen at the same time. For example, if we toss a coin and if we toss another coin, it is likely that both of them land on head at the same time, or it is likely that both of them land on the tail at the same time. So this is possible that both events happen at the same time. Both of them can be head, both of them can be tail, because they are independent events. So in independent events, it is likely that both results happen at the same time. So we need to verify whether A and B are independent. To verify, we will do probability of A multiplied by probability of B and see whether or not this is equal to probability of A intersection B. Probability of A is 0.3, probability of B is 0.7, and when multiplied, it's 0.21. Probability of A intersection B, as we can see, is 0.1. Therefore, probability of A multiplied by probability of B is not equal to probability of A intersection B, and this concludes that events A and B are not independent. Events A and B are not independent, which means probability of Fatima being late and Gayana being late are not independent event. So when events are not independent, they are less likely to happen at the same time. Therefore, the teacher's suspicion that they both are late at the same time is not valid. It doesn't really verify that they both are linked together.